1. The one who guilts you for changing. You start improving. You get stronger, sharper, more disciplined. And suddenly, they have a problem. They say you've changed. They joke that you're too good for them now. But what they're really saying is this: stop evolving. Stay small so I don't have to look at myself. This person doesn't miss the old you. They miss the version of you they could control, manipulate, or outshine. They don't want you better. They want you familiar. A Stoic doesn't argue with that. He understands growth is a lonely road, and those who shame it don't belong on it. Seneca wrote, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." If someone resents your progress, they are not your ally. Cut them off, quietly, with dignity, no explanation, because the moment you apologize for your growth, you invite mediocrity back into your life. 2. The one who needs you but never shows up for you. They always call when something's wrong, always need help, always expect you to drop everything, and you do because you're loyal. You care. But when the roles reverse, silence, no text, no support, no effort. Suddenly they're busy. That's not a friend. That's an opportunist with a smile. Stoicism teaches you to give, but never be used. The wise man knows the difference between generosity and self-sacrifice. He protects his energy like a scarce resource, because it is. You're not here to be someone's emotional crutch. You're not a backup plan. And if the only time they remember you exists is when they need something, you need to disappear from their life, not out of spite, out of self-respect. You don't owe loyalty to someone who only shows up when it's convenient. A wise man observes the pattern and walks away without a word. 3. The one who mocks your goals. You finally decide to take your life seriously. You set a goal, build momentum, and right when you're getting focused, they laugh. Come on, you're too old for that. Why bother? It's not like you'll make it. You do that? Good luck. They call it joking, but it's not a joke. It's sabotage, disguised as humor. And you feel it. That sting of doubt, that second guessing, that hesitation that wasn't there until they opened their mouth. The Stoics believed words have power, and who you allow to speak into your life will shape it. If someone mocks your ambition, they are trying to drag you back into a life they feel safe in. Epictetus said, "Avoid fraternizing with vulgar people," and that includes those who dim your fire to keep you within their comfort zone. A wise person doesn't argue. He doesn't explain. He just stops inviting small minds into big plans. 4. The one who secretly competes with you. You share good news, and they change the subject. You hit a milestone, and they downplay it. You win, and somehow they feel threatened. This is the quiet competitor, not openly hostile, just never happy when you're up. Their compliments come with a side of jealousy. Their friendship is a silent rivalry. You'll notice they never clap when you rise, but they always perk up when you fall. That's not a friend. That's a hidden rival disguised as support. A wise man sees through the smile. He senses the tension. He notices how the energy shifts when success enters the room. Stoicism teaches self-mastery, but it also teaches discernment. Marcus Aurelius warned, "The tranquility that comes when you stop caring what others say or think." And the first step to that? Stop keeping score with people who are secretly hoping you lose. Cut them off, calmly, silently. Because when someone is always trying to one-up you, they'll never truly stand with you. 5. The one who only talks, never listens. They dominate every conversation. Every topic becomes about them. Every story, every struggle, every win. You barely finish a sentence before they cut in with their own. You feel drained after talking to them, unseen, unheard, like your presence only matters when it's convenient for their ego. That's not connection, that's performance, and you're just the audience. A wise person sees the imbalance. Stoicism teaches the power of logos, reasoned speech, and true speech requires listening. If someone constantly talks at you instead of with you, they're not building with you. They're using you to build their image. Silence becomes your weapon. You stop answering every call, Stop replying to every rant, and the moment you withdraw attention, they vanish, because it was never mutual to begin with. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality, and nothing creates more imaginary bonds than a one-sided conversation. Cut the noise. Protect your peace." 6. The one who plays the victim forever. You know the type. Life is always unfair to them. Nothing is ever their fault. Every failure is someone else's doing. And if you ever challenge that narrative, you're suddenly the villain. They feed off sympathy. They don't want solutions. They want an audience. They want your time, your energy, your emotional labor, but they never evolve. Stoic wisdom says, suffering is real, but wallowing is a choice. Marcus Aurelius faced death, betrayal, war, and still wrote, "Get back up. Start again." The perpetual victim doesn't want to start again. They want you stuck with them in the same old story. A wise man doesn't entertain endless excuses. He shows compassion, but draws a hard line when the conversation becomes a cycle. Let them go, quietly. You can't carry someone who keeps cutting their own legs, and the longer you stay, the more they'll make your strength feel like guilt. 7. The one who breaks trust and expects forgiveness. They lie, betray you, use you. Then when they're caught, they want forgiveness, a second chance. They say, nobody's perfect, but they're not sorry for what they did. They're sorry they got caught. And if you let them back in, the cycle begins again. The disrespect returns, subtle at first, then stronger, because now they know you'll tolerate it. Stoicism doesn't teach weakness disguised as mercy. It teaches boundaries. It teaches that forgiveness is internal, but trust must be earned, not given freely after damage is done. A wise person doesn't yell, doesn't seek revenge. He just disappears. Seneca taught, "He who does not prevent a wrong when he can is as guilty as the one who commits it." So when someone shows you who they are, believe it, and protect yourself accordingly. Forgive, yes, but walk away. Some doors should never be reopened. There comes a moment in every life where peace becomes more valuable than popularity, where silence becomes louder than arguing, where your circle gets smaller, but your soul gets lighter. That moment, it starts now. Go back through this list, be honest. Who's been draining you? Who's been dimming your light? Who have you kept around out of guilt, habit, or fear? Cut them off, not to be cold, but to be clear.